Hi, I'm Kimberly Horn.
And I'm Hudson Warren. And we meant well. Hi, friend.
Hello. We're back.
We're back.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Back again. I won't sing anymore. That's the best I'm going to get.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
You meant well.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Well, there's a reason I'm not singing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I do love
I'm not saving my talent for you.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's all the talent I have, which is not very much on singing. I do know that was probably a blessing that I was not given a voice because I already am loud enough. I don't think that I need more attention around a singing voice. Just saying.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. Heard you mean well.
I do this so often. I go through phases where I'm like, I'm going to do what I want. And then I go through phases where I'm like, all right, I need to eat better and get things under control. And I got to the airport in Raleigh the other day and I was like, oh, I got time. So you know what? I'm going to walk the whole airport and decide what I want, or that whole terminal at least. Yeah. I'm going to walk the whole thing and I'm going to find something healthy and blah, 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 blah. So I did. I walked up to one whole end and then down to one whole end. And I didn't want any of it. And then finally I went to this one place and I did order a salad, but like I ordered a salad that had like fried chicken on it. And I got blue cheese dressing and it had eggs, which of course aren't like horrible for you, but still like a lot, like just, I mean, I'm sure I could have just gotten a burger and probably had the same experience, but you know, whatever. I meant well. Eating healthy in an airport.
It's not easy.
It's not easy because even if you go to a place and get like a salad, which I feel like is the go-to healthy thing, they are not typically healthy in an airport.
No, and they're not good. I mean, they're not like really.
No, they're not like fresh. Whereas like, I mean,
yeah, you probably
chicken and meat. I'm like, you kind of can't screw it up. I don't know. So I meant well. I really did. And hey, at least I walked some. So I got rid of maybe some of that chicken in advance. But yeah, no, it didn't really.
So it's so funny you say that. Yeah. Like I have certain airports where I know the restaurant. I know what to order. Like as you're talking, I'm thinking about a restaurant in O'Hare.
Yeah.
And it's right after you get out of security, they have one of the best salads out there. It is so good. Like I want it right now that you've talked about it.
Well, yeah.
In some of the airports. So I'm like in the Pensacola, and a lot of the regional airports are really difficult to get good food because they literally have one restaurant in the terminal. And so when I was rushing in this last time that we were out, I was like, okay, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to eat at this place because I didn't know how I was going to do well in the actual timing of something. And I ended up getting a shrimp po' boy, which I did do grilled shrimp, and I only ate half the bun. And I cannot eat at that restaurant again. I've got to find something else.
Yeah. So I meant well. I walked a lot, and you know, I ate the cheeseburger equivalent of salad. So, anyways, where'd you mean well?
I think you should do a burger next time. Just no bun, maybe. There you go. Or do the bun and you work hard. I meant well. So, you know, we have a dog.
Yes.
Leo is his name. And when he was a puppy, they recommended us these little bones. And basically the bones are like, they're somewhat plastic, but they have little spikes on them. But the whole idea is the puppy chews on it because of their teeth,
Keeps the teeth from getting too razor sharp.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, he loved them as a puppy. And so I decided that I would buy them again. And he's now he'll be 2 years in October. Well, what took him as a puppy to chew in like weeks, he did it in like 4 minutes. And then he was throwing up the bone. He was pooping out the bone. It was not good. Like it was.
Oh, whoopsie.
He basically ate plastic.
Yeah.
Or whatever the bone is made of. But it's not like beef or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, and to make it better, I gave it to him, and then I left out of town. So I wasn't the one who dealt with all the.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was going to do it, obviously.
No, that would have made it funnier if you did, but yeah.
I was trying to give my dog a treat. And anyway, so, to say. We won't do that again.
Yeah. If Leo likes to chew things, you got to go for, they're more expensive, but they last forever. You got to go for like the antlers.
I did buy those. Okay, I did buy, you guys told me about that.
Yeah.
When Amber said,
because they'll keep them teeth in line.
He still has them. He loves them.
They last a long time, and they'll basically always chew on them. Ours don't get sick of them. So
yeah. Well, he also likes to pull the stuffing out of everything too. So
we don't do toys because
who knows what has been ingested in that dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Well, it's all good.
What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about not everyone gets a vote in your life.
Nah.
I like this one.
I do too.
Well, I like this one at my age now.
Yeah.
At my age, any age. At any age you're at, I like this one because I think if I was going to look at like my life, right? And I grew up in the South, right? And my mom is just a sweet person, and my mother-in-law is also the same way. They're nice people, and they want other people to think they're nice. So I grew up thinking that everybody kind of got a vote.
Right.
Right. And as I've gotten older and I've been around other people, I realize, and I don't care anymore. People don't get a vote in my life. But your opinion, where it can be valid for you, it does not have to impact me.
There's a saying that I love, and it's other people's opinions of me are none of my business.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Because we barely can change ourselves. What makes you think we can change other people?
Well, yeah. And I
know.
It's this thing, right? It's this thing that most kids, like it's ingrained in us. We want to be liked. We want to be popular. Like, I know there's some exceptions, but I think most people when they're young feel that way.
Yeah.
And then I think some of us have a harder time breaking out of that. And I know tons of grown adults that live their whole life based on what other people think.
Yeah.
And I less than I judge them, I feel for them because God, that sucks.
It does. And I think it takes maturity and age and life experience to start recognizing that. Although if I could get my kids to understand this early, especially 14
I would love to get my kids to understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like, I don't know what your daughter's experience in middle school was. I know my daughter is going to be going into middle school after she's going in the 5th grade. So at a year, but I've heard these horror stories and I'm like,
middle school's raw.
That's what I hear for little girls. The boys breeze through it without are you kidding me? They could care less what other people think.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to get into that point because they're going to get out of their own whatever. But I see them like my daughter, like you don't need to worry about what other people think. I do remember as like a young adult, I had made a decision in a relationship, and I remember all of the opinions of my family members about this decision. They thought I was doing something that was not right, wasn't in line with our faith, wasn't aligned with all these different things. And I do remember this switch in my head because I knew what I was doing was the exact right thing for me.
Right.
And I had to say to them, thank you for your opinion. And no, thank you. I don't need your opinion. I didn't ask for it. I don't want it. And that was a big deal for me at the time because my family is very important to me.
Of course.
And I know they always have my best interest. And so when I look at my kids, I think, how do I help them create a world where they can be, especially in the world that our kids are living in? Holy crap.
Oof.
I mean, we put something on social media and everybody has an opinion about it.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out like, how do we stop giving everybody a vote?
Well, I think it's a conscious decision, and I think it's probably an ongoing conscious decision. Like it's probably not a one-time thing. I think we're all capable of slipping back into old habits and old ways. So I just think we have to keep ourselves in check.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. I mean, to me, it's interesting because I think people worry so much about what other people think. And if you put that same effort into what do I think of myself and what do I want to think of myself and everything in your life would be better.
Yeah. I think people stop in their tracks because they're worried about what other people are going to think about it. Like they truly don't.
100%.
They don't push for like the biggest life they have because they're like, what will people think if I've done it?
Yeah.
We've done it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
And I think I've stopped saying like, well, if they don't like it, go go look at your, I don't know. This is such an interesting.
Oh, you think nicer things than me. I think of other places they can go.
Oh.
I feel like what I've learned over the years is the more I show up for me rather than other people. And I don't mean that in a way that like I discount other people, but the more that I make choices that are in aligned with who I want to be and what I want my family to run like and all that, yeah, for all the people that might judge or have a negative opinion, I attract people that I'm aligned with.
Yeah.
Like, at a certain point, I feel like we have to go be ourselves so that the people that are looking for that can actually find us. Because when we're out there making decisions for other people that frankly don't matter, like all you're doing is attracting more people that don't matter. I don't know. It's just a wild thing.
It's interesting that you say that. So I thought about this exercise that my coach did with me. This had to be, I think I've been with her now 8 years. But early on, she did this exercise with me. It's called a value salutation of that. Basically, it was, what are your values? What are your core values?
Yeah.
And when we did this exercise, I'll be honest, I tell her this so she knows. And when she hears this, she won't be like, of course, she's talking about me again. But it was painful because we did 4 different calls to figure out what my core values were. Like what was really important to me. And as soon as when it was done and I aligned what was truly mattered to me, I actually was able to take people's opinion out of what I did.
Yeah.
Because I got really super clear, like, okay, generational influence or impact meant a lot of things. Family and experiences meant a lot to me. Wealth meant a lot to me. I'm going to say impact, but being out with people mattered to me.
Right.
All of those things, though, would require like being bolder, being more out there, speaking my mind, doing the things that I want, which meant nobody could like cap my success or keep me small. And as soon as I did that, it's interesting when people would come to me or say things, or maybe people I would have generally taken their opinion of, or maybe changed the way I looked at something. I was actually able to put like almost a wall, like not important. Thank you and no.
Yeah.
Thank you and no. And I was able to really make a big difference. I think I'm kind of going through that again. I might need to look at that value. I might need to relook at that because I think I'm going through that a little bit again. Like,
well, I think we change and we grow and
especially with what you and I are doing.
Yeah.
Like you and I love that you and I love the idea of impact.
Yeah.
And I love the world that we're in, which is a large world with our company. And I also know that in the big scheme of things, it's a small ecosystem.
Oh, super small.
And so we're looking at stretching it. And that could come with some interesting opinions on the outside of what we're doing, don't you think?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of opinions floating around.
Yeah.
And I know where everybody can put them. Because I don't, and I think, I do agree. I think some of it comes with age, although I also am with you. I feel like that doesn't have to be that, but I'm just so I'll take age out of it. I would say I'm at a point in my life where I don't care. I care about what I think of myself.
Yep.
I care about what my kids, my husband, what they think of me. And outside of that, I don't really care that much. And I don't I care what like my mom and my sister think about me. But I'll be honest, not at the same level that I do my immediate family.
No.
And that, I don't say that, like, I just don't, because I can't, I'm not.
Can't please them all.
I just think of how often in the past I've not taken an opportunity, taken a risk, be it something big or something small, whether it's, we stifle ourselves. And I think one of the biggest reasons that we do it as people, whether it's in business or in our personal lives, I think one of the biggest reasons is because we're worried about what somebody else might think or how somebody else might react. Not, do I really want this or not? Think to when you were younger. Think to every person you didn't ask out on the date that you wanted to ask out because you were worried about how they might react about you rather than just see what happened. Think about the jobs you didn't apply for. Think about the business ideas you had, and yet instead of going after them, you went and got the 9-to-5 that you hated. We do this so much. And at this point in my life, Absolutely not. Like, I'm very comfortable and confident in my core values and in what to me are my sets of what's right and wrong. So I'm going to do what's best for me and what's best for my family. And if any person or organization or group of people has a problem with that, they can lovingly stick it somewhere where somebody cares, because I don't.
You don't, yeah. So, okay, let's put this a little bit into like let's dial it in a little bit.
Okay.
Meaning, if someone is struggling with this thing, like they're taking too many people in account, right? There's too many people voting for them. If it was, what question would you have them ask themselves? Like I think about one would be, who matters most or knows you the best and is your biggest cheerleader would be one for me.
Yeah, I was just going to say biggest cheerleader, or even like, yeah, who is your person that you are most confident has your best interests at heart?
Best interest at heart, right.
Like, yeah.
Who, when you throw out the big idea or say something outlandish or, or just like put it out there and go, yeah, like, how are you going to do it? It sounds like a lot of fun. Like those kind of people. I've lived by this thing that if the goal is so big, someone laughs at it, you've picked the right goal.
I totally agree.
So, yeah.
I think another thing to just ask yourself again is, it sounds overly simplified, but what do I want for me?
Yeah.
Who do I want to be? How do I want to be known? Like I just feel, here's what I worry about for people in general. I think about it for myself. Like, I'm going to die one day. Everybody else is. Spoiler alert. If you weren't aware, you're going to die. And I do not want to die with regrets. And I don't think anybody wants to, but I think those of us that don't figure out how to stop allowing other people to stop us from living our life, I think we will die with regrets if we don't fix that.
Yeah.
So, and look, if you're sitting there and you're like, gosh, I'm already whatever age and I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, but you're not dead yet, so figure it out now.
Yeah, because there's something big in everybody's mind that they want to go and do. Like,
everybody. I really have a hard time believing that there's any person that doesn't have a big dream. I think some of us have just allowed it to be, I don't mean this physically, but allowed it to be like beat out of us.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
Yeah. Like there's a big trip you want to take. There's a big, job you want to do. There's something you've always wanted to try and you won't do it. Like you need to go and do it. You don't need to worry about what other people are thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I do, like I had the kids come home from school one day and they were talking about something. And I said, well, do you care what people are saying? And they were like, well, kind of. And I said, well, what does it matter to you? Well, what if they say something or say something to somebody else? I'm like, and I kept saying, but how does that impact you? How does that hurt you? How does that? And I think my goal was just to get them to understand, like, do it for you if you think it's that important. Do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a tough one. I don't think it's easy. I think it can be. I think because people do want to be liked and needed and loved, I think that this is a hard topic. I think people struggle with it.
Well, so there's another question though. Like, do you want to be liked and or loved for who somebody wants you to be or for who you really are?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know that takes away the fact that this is a difficult thing to navigate, but I can't imagine that anybody could look me in the eye right now and be like, I want to be loved for what other, like, no, like you want to be loved for you. We all want to be seen for who we are and accepted for who we are. But then we do this thing where we don't actually act as who we are because we're worried about the outcome. Like I will say that I think, yes, is it hard for some people? Yeah, I can fully acknowledge that. But in the spirit of not caring what other people think, I also think that thinking hurts people.
Yes.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. And then we coddle people we care about and they never make change. And it's like, yes, it is hard. But at the end of the day, all we're really saying is just make a different decision, which that in and of itself is not hard. You could wake up on any given day and be like, I'm going to live for me today.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's another thing I would say. If you're someone who has had opinion about what other people are doing, you probably should consider shifting what you think as well.
Yeah. And again, at the very least,
it doesn't serve you when you're thinking negative about somebody else.
Well, yeah, I was going to say at the very least, like, what's your true intention?
Yeah.
If it's
if
it's truly good, well intentioned, okay. But even then, like, I just think, we have this tendency to want to give our opinion so much rather than wait till it's asked for, or even ask permission or whatever. It's like, what if you just took the people that you really cared about and supported them in what they wanted to do rather than what you thought was right?
Exactly. If someone doesn't want to cheer for you, even when they're losing, they're not your people.
Yeah.
They're not your people. You want somebody to cheers for you 24/7. Anyways.
Yeah.
I like this topic. I do think it's something our world struggles with, specifically social media, right? And,
oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not. Anyways. All right. Hey, who thought this was a good idea?
I will give my disclaimer that I think teachers all deserve awards and they're saints and everything.
Amen to that.
The last 2 weeks of school.
Oh gosh.
Like, can we just end 2 weeks earlier? Like, can we just skip it all? I don't understand. I don't want the call or the email that tells me the 27 different spirit days and go buy this and make this and craft this and cast a spell on this and you need Eye of Newt for this and here, but all your kids are doing different things and this one's got to be here and this one's got to be. It is insane. And then it's the vagueness. It's, well, the 8th graders, if they choose to come to class, there's really nothing happening. Okay, cool. What that sounds like to me is they don't have school that day. Can you just say they don't have school that day? Like, it's just all so confusing and convoluted. And so I feel like, and I want to do a lot for my kids, but I also feel like some of these teachers just must assume that every kid has 2 parents that don't have jobs. Like, it's just too much. Couldn't we spread all this fun out throughout the year? Like, it just seems insane to me.
Well, especially for us right now, like this year, I don't know why it seems this end of school year seems so much like that. I do think it's because we had 0.
You've got 8th graders graduating, as do I. I think that's part of it.
That is part of it. But I also think it's because we had no hurricane days. So they literally for the last 2 weeks have not even been having school, so much so that we're walking into after Memorial Day. And I know this podcast is going to air much later than it is, but we're after Memorial Day for the last 2 years has been finals. Like, could we not figure? And they've had a week where they couldn't. Now I'm sure teachers would love to be a week out earlier as well.
Yeah, right.
But like I have kids who, when I look at some have already taken their finals. So they have some days they have to go to school and some days they want to get checked out. And then there's 100 parents out there. Savannah hasn't had much to do for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm with you. And I'm sure that the teachers could probably figure this out. And maybe this is, I don't know who is responsible for this, but somebody's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not a fun and it's chaos.
No,
listen, we did what they call a clap out for the 8th grade.
This is next week. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to look at I just want you to look at the 8th graders. Their face yesterday, I could have done a funny reel just on the faces of these 8th graders. They thought we were complete idiots and you could read their face completely the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. I can't wait to hear what it is. My boys gave me high fives. I felt pretty proud about that because a lot of kids were like ignoring their parents.
Don't touch me. Don't look at me.
Don't even look at me, mama. Okay, here's who thought this was a good idea. Okay, so my a good friend was here and we were at it was a couple of hours. We were to get at lunch or dinner or whatever it was. And you and I had said, we're going to get everybody to start following us on our podcast. And so he was like, I'll follow you, but I don't know how to do this. So I grabbed his phone and I go into Spotify, follow. I go into Apple Podcasts, follow. I just go and find them all. And I just hit follow. And he's like, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm like, I don't care. I just want your followership or whatever you call that. So here's what I did not know. So he uses Spotify as like a noise machine at night.
Okay.
So it goes, it does it. But because it's not a paid thing, if he doesn't restart it every night, Spotify will automatically start the last thing he was listening to beside.
So are we waking him up in the middle of the night now?
He forgot to reset it. for that night. And at like 2 a.m., he hears, "Hi, this is Kimberly, and this is Hudson, and we meant well." That's tragic. That's awful. No offense. I like us, and I don't want us waking us up at 2 a.m.
Oh, heck
He
no.
texted me the next morning, and his wife texted me. She's like, "Oh my God, I heard your voice at 2 a.m." I'm like, oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
So I don't think Spotify thought that through. And I don't know if we lost a follower to that either.
Probably did. Probably did.
Yes. So our podcast started at 2 a.m. Anyways,
all right,
so if
friends.
you have Spotify friends, you might want to be careful and use this machine. And still follow us.
Yeah, follow us. Not that we care about your opinion, but follow us. We would love it. We would love it. If you like our opinion that you shouldn't care about other people's opinions, then please follow us.
Also, give us your We Meant Well and your who thought this is a good idea. We have a lot. We would love to bring yours on the podcast.
I like it.
All right. Bye,
have
friends.
A good one.